My daughter asked for dance lessons like her best friend takes. I had to tell her we can't afford that right now. The light in her eyes disappeared instantly. I watched her childhood innocence fade a little more. I drive a school bus full of children to nice houses every day, then bring my own daughter home to our small apartment. The contrast between their lives and ours gets harder to explain to her. My daughter's best friend has a birthday party at a fancy gymnastics place. We can only afford a small cake at home with Grandma. I see my daughter trying to hide her disappointment from me. She started noticing that her clothes come from thrift stores while her friends wear brand names. She doesn't complain, but I see her comparing labels in the school bathroom mirror. My mother helps with childcare after school, but her Social Security check barely covers her own needs. 3 generations struggling together, all wanting better for my daughter. I work 2 bus routes back to back, then drive for a delivery service evenings. I'm so tired I fall asleep helping with homework. My daughter kisses my cheek and puts herself to bed. The school wants money for field trips, new uniforms, classroom supplies. Each request feels like another failure. I prioritize what she needs most, but everything feels equally important. My daughter told me she prays for us to win the lottery. Her innocent faith in miracles instead of my ability to provide shattered me. I'm her dad. I should be her miracle. Successful transportation company owner James Washington rode my bus route to visit his granddaughter. He noticed how I interact with the children and asked about my story. I broke down telling James about watching my daughter's dreams get smaller because of money. He listened without judgment, then said, "I drove this same route 20 years ago." James explained that driving buses would never create the life I want for my daughter. "You need to own the contracts, not just fulfill them," he said. The idea was revolutionary. He showed me how transportation contracts work and the profit margins. I was moving children safely every day but earning barely enough to survive. The system was designed to keep me struggling. My first independent job was helping James with overflow charter work on weekends. One Saturday trip earned more than my weekly bus driving. The possibility was staggering. I bought my first used passenger van with James's guidance. My daughter helped me clean it and name it Freedom Rider. She was more excited about our business than any toy. My daughter started telling her friends about our transportation company. The pride in her voice when she said my dad owns his business healed pieces of my broken heart. I got my first independent contract, a church group needing weekly transportation. The income was steady and reliable, unlike my unpredictable bus driving schedule. I quit my second job when my business income provided stability. The extra time with my daughter felt more valuable than any extra money. We started having real dinners together. We paid off our first store credit card. My daughter and I celebrated by making a debt freedom chart on the fridge. Each paid bill felt like a team victory. My business grew to 3 vans within 18 months. I hired 2 other single parents from the transportation industry. We cover each other's kid emergencies and school events. My daughter got her first dance lessons, not at a fancy studio, but through a community program we can actually afford. Her joy was exactly the same as if it cost thousands. We moved to a better apartment in a safer neighborhood. My daughter has her own room now instead of sleeping in the living room. The privacy feels like luxury to both of us. At parent-teacher conference, I arrived in my company van instead of worrying about my old car. My daughter held my hand proudly instead of comparing me to other parents. My mother can stop worrying about us now. She sees the stability we've built and knows her granddaughter will be okay. 3 generations breathing easier together. We paid off all our debt, every credit card, every medical bill, everything. The freedom from constant financial worry feels like a physical weight lifted from my shoulders. My daughter understands money as something we build now, not just something we lack. She helps with simple business tasks and learns about entrepreneurship naturally. I started teaching business basics to other single parents at the community center. Each person I help escape the hourly wage trap feels like healing my own past. James and I partner on large contracts now. The student has become a valued colleague. He says I understand client needs better because I remember the struggle. We took our first real vacation, a road trip to visit historical sites. No fancy hotels, just learning and exploring together. My daughter said it was perfect because we were together. My daughter's best friend now asks about your company instead of just showing off new things. The dynamic has shifted from comparison to curiosity about building. We started a college fund for my daughter. Making that first deposit felt like breaking generations of educational limitation. She'll have choices I never dreamed possible. My business now employs 5 people, all single parents supporting each other. We've created a family-friendly workplace where kids are welcome and understood. I still work hard, but now it's building our future instead of just surviving today. The exhaustion feels different when you're creating legacy instead of paying bills. My daughter wrote a school essay about what she wants to be when she grows up. She wrote, "A business owner like my dad." The cycle of entrepreneurship has begun. The bus route I once drove feeling trapped is now just a memory. The same skills that felt limiting there now build freedom through my business. Everything changed when ownership did. My daughter doesn't ask for things we can't afford anymore. She asks about business ideas and how we can create what we want together. The shift happened naturally through involvement. We still can't afford everything her friends have, but that doesn't matter now. We're too busy building what matters to us. Scarcity thinking has been replaced by creation energy. The single dad who broke his daughter's heart daily with no learned that real provision isn't about saying yes to everything. It's about building enough to say yes to what matters. Now when my daughter asks for something, we don't talk about what we can't afford. We talk about what we can build together. The heartbreak has been replaced by hope, and that's everything.